We've all experienced it. That moment when your male dog hops onto the bed, goes through his little routine, and finally crashes right beside you. It's comforting, it screams affection. But underneath that peaceful moment, there's actually way more happening in his head than most owners ever pick up on. This right here is one of the most vulnerable moves a male dog can make. And if you're not reading between the lines, you could be missing out on a depth of loyalty and devotion he's been trying to show you this entire time. Let's dive into the first thing he's really communicating. 1. He's picked you as his person. Have you ever stopped to think about how your male dog doesn't just sleep anywhere? I mean, let's be real. He's got options. There's the cool floor in the kitchen, that fancy dog bed you splurged on, maybe even the whole couch to himself. But night after night, he comes back to you. He chooses your bed, your side, your space. That's not a coincidence. That's a conscious choice. Male dogs are hardwired to be part of a pack, and in any pack, everyone has a role to play. But the one thing they all share is the need for a leader they can trust unconditionally. When your male dog decides to sleep pressed up against you, he's not just chasing body heat. He's staking a claim. He's saying, in the most instinctive way he knows, this is my human. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. There was a study out of Emory University where they scanned dogs' brains and found something pretty incredible. The scent of their owner lit up their brain's reward center more than anything else. Not other dogs, not treats, not even their favorite food. You are literally wired into his brain as a source of pure happiness. So when he sleeps next to you and ignores everyone else in the house, that's not an accident. You've been chosen. You're the one. 2. He believes he's your personal protector. Have you ever paid close attention to exactly where your dog positions himself when he sleeps next to you? Not just that he's there, but the precise spot he picks. Most people never clock this, but once it clicks, you can't unsee it. Male dogs in the wild don't just crash anywhere. They scout out spots with a clear vantage point, places where they can spot trouble coming from a mile away. It's pure instinct. It's about survival. And when your male dog sleeps between you and the bedroom door, or faces the hallway while lying right next to you, he's running the exact same program. He's not just winding down, he's pulling a shift. Researchers have observed that dogs with a strong bond to their owners display something called protective positioning. They intentionally place themselves between their human and any potential entry point. Your dog might look like he's dead to the world, but that spot he claimed, that was deliberate. In his mind, his main mission, 24/7, is keeping you out of harm's way. And here's the kicker. He doesn't pull this for just anyone. If someone else crashes in your bed, he might not even bother showing up. But with you, rain or shine, every single night, same spot, same assignment, that's not just loyalty, that's a vocation. 3. His sleeping spot on your body speaks volumes. Have you ever wondered why your dog always picks the same spot on your body? Not just the bed, but your actual body. Because there's a world of difference between sleeping next to you and sleeping on your chest, by your feet, or right up against your head. Each position carries its own hidden message. If your male dog sleeps on your chest, that's the holy grail. He's placing himself directly over your heartbeat, rising and falling in sync with your breathing. Animal behaviorists believe this goes back to the same comfort puppies feel when they pile on top of their mother. He's letting you know that in this moment, you are his entire universe. If he curls up by your feet, don't take it the wrong way. That's actually a strategic move. He wants to stay close. But he also needs to be in a position where he can spring into action if necessary. Feet are close to the exit. He's keeping an eye on the door while still maintaining contact. It's devotion with a duty attached. Now, if he sleeps near your head, especially right on the pillow or nuzzled against your neck, that's intimacy on another level. That's a dog who feels emotionally secure enough to be near your most vulnerable spot while letting his out and guard down. He's not just bonded to you, he's woven into you. And if he switches things up from night to night, that's not random either. Stay tuned for what that could signal. 4. He can tell when you're going through a Have you ever had one of those days? The kind where you don't utter a single word to anyone, you just crawl into bed feeling off, weighed down, completely drained, and out of the blue, your dog is suddenly attached to you. not begging for attention, not looking for a treat, just present. Pressed against you like he's trying to keep the pieces together. That is not a fluke, and it's definitely not in your head. Dogs, especially males who've formed a deep attachment to one person, are incredibly in tune with your emotional state. Studies have confirmed that dogs can pick up on shifts in your body chemistry. When stress hits, your cortisol levels rise, and your scent actually changes. Your dog catches onto that before you've even registered what's going on inside you. This is exactly why so many owners report their male dog sleeping closer during tough patches, lying right on top of them during heavy nights, or shadowing them from room to room when something feels off. He's not being needy. He's reacting in the only language he knows. He's letting you know, I see you, and I'm sticking around. What makes this even more moving is that he's not doing it out of some sense of duty. Dogs choose to offer comfort, and when your male dog shows up for you on your lowest days, it's because he made a decision that you matter. 5. A sudden change in sleep spots could be a red flag. So what happens if your dog suddenly stops sleeping where he always sleeps? Like, for weeks he's been right there next to you, same routine, same position, and then one night he's across the room, or on the hard floor, or tucked away in a corner he's never touched before. Most people shrug it off. Maybe he's too warm. Maybe he's just in one of those moods. But here's something most owners don't realize. When a male dog abruptly changes his sleeping pattern with you, it can be one of the earliest indicators that something isn't right. Veterinary professionals will tell you that dogs are experts at masking pain. They won't complain. They won't show a limp until they absolutely have to, but their routine will start to shift. And sleep behavior is often the very first thing to go off track. If he suddenly distances himself from you, it could mean he's dealing with physical discomfort and doesn't want to be disturbed. If he starts piling on top of you when he never used to, he might be hunting for extra warmth because his body temperature regulation is off. If he retreats to a completely new hiding spot, that's a textbook sign of stress or anxiety. The goal isn't to freak out over every little adjustment. But if the change sticks around for more than a few days and comes with other small red flags like eating less, drinking less, or being more withdrawn than usual, that's your dog whispering that something's up, and the owners who catch it early are the ones who are paying attention to where he laid his head. 6. He reveals a side of himself that no one else witnessed. Remember earlier when I mentioned there's something your dog does in his sleep that most people observe every night but never fully grasp. This is that moment when your male dog drifts into a deep sleep beside you. Something remarkable happens. His body goes completely limp. His legs start twitching like he's on the run in a dream. His lips might curl back into a soft snore. Sometimes he lets out these tiny muffled barks, or his paws paddle the air like he's chasing something only visible to him. That right there is the most defenseless state your dog will ever find himself in. And he's making the choice to be in that state right next to you. Let that sink in for a second. Male dogs are built for survival. Every fiber of their being tells them to stay alert, stay guarded, stay ready. In the wild, a dog who drops his guard like that is signing his own death warrant. There are no do-overs, and yet, here he is, belly potentially exposed, eyes shut tight, legs twitching, completely at your mercy. Because the connection he feels with you overpowers every survival instinct coded into his DNA. Research has shown that dogs only slip into deep REM sleep in environments where they feel totally and unconditionally secure. Not just comfortable, secure. That means when your male dog hits that deep, twitching, dream-filled sleep right next to you, he has made a biological declaration that you are the safest place in his entire existence. So the next time he's lying there, leg kicking, softly grumbling in his sleep, don't just smile and turn over. Take a moment to understand what's really happening. It's him handing over his vulnerability. It's him communicating, without a single word, that out of every person and everything in this world, you are the one he trusts above all else. And, in a dog's world, that is the greatest compliment he can ever give.